Hello, everyone. I want to start with a small request. My topic today has some heavier themes that I will be touching upon. So I want to invite each of you to remember a happy moment, either from the past few days or a special moment you will always remember. For me, it's the good morning kisses from my dog. As I discuss some darker aspects of mental health, my own journey, and the journey for all of us for a brighter world, I encourage you to keep that moment in your mind to return to if you ever feel like this gets too much for you. Depression can create a profound sense of hopelessness. I know this all too well, having struggled with depression since I was 12, following a lifelong diagnosis of a very painful condition. I remember that pain of hopelessness all too well. I am fortunate I had someone who reignited the fight within me and encouraged me to seek help through therapy, and encouraged me to reclaim the hope I thought I had lost. But not everyone has that kind of support. Some walk through the darkest tunnels alone and can't see the light at the other end. Support networks are crucial for everyone, whether you are going through the best time of your life, as can be with many teenagers, or grappling with some of the most unimaginable pain. For me, I had friends who showed up for me and showed me compassion when I couldn't muster the energy to keep conversations going. For others, it might be a sibling stepping up for them, or a therapist advocating for what they need. These acts of compassion can be huge gestures, but often what we need in support is from daily actions that we take for granted. Small acts like listening to a friend when they open up, sending a quick check-in text, or sending a quick smile to your teacher can create ripples of happiness that share through your day. My own journey with depression was triggered by a lack of people listening and believing me. I talked about my medical condition briefly, but it's one that can't be seen through blood work and exams. For a year, I underwent testing and medications that left me feeling underwhelmed and unheard. When my symptoms didn't fit the typical boxes, or honestly, the stereotypes, people stopped listening. I was told I must be exaggerating, or worse, lying. I share this not to seek your sympathy, but to highlight a larger issue: the barriers surrounding mental health, its diagnosis, and treatments. It's not a simple math equation like time travel. It's filled with trial and error, with a constant checking and unchecking of boxes. When people like myself and those I've known don't fit into those boxes or stereotypes, professionals who should know better can even feel like they are asking questions that aren't so friendly. I want to give you an example from my own life. Have you ever heard, "Are you lying to me?" from a doctor or a therapist? It might surprise you. I've heard it from both. My doctor knew I couldn't use the bathroom alone, something any of us would be ashamed to admit, let alone to someone of the opposite gender. Yet, sitting at his office, he asked me with so much certainty, "Are you lying to me?" A mental health professional asked me the very same question as I sat in her office and told her I had attempted suicide over the school holiday. I was sitting in her office, crying until my tears had run dry. Yet her compassion had an undertone of skepticism. Unfortunately, this isn't just about my experience or the stories my friends have told me. It reflects a larger social issue about the barriers and stigma surrounding mental health. In a world that often feels overwhelming and too large for life, the expectations we place on ourselves can feel so much. For many in our generation, our mental health struggles are exacerbated by social media, academic pressure, and global crises generations before us haven't had to struggle with. Stigma can create a cycle of shame that can prevent individuals from seeking help, leaving them feeling isolated and hopeless. When people our age fear being judged, we are less likely to open up, especially about our own mental health. We might feel that our pain is unrelatable or that we are burdening others. The language we use in everyday conversation around mental health matters. Dismissive phrases only divide each and every one of us and make us feel like what we are experiencing ourselves isn't worth attention or, as I've called it myself, burdening. I share this with you to emphasize the scale of this crisis. It's important that we create an environment where mental health is openly discussed and treated with the seriousness it deserves. We all have a role to play in destroying the stigma our parents' and grandparents' generations gifted us. As many of you know, not every gift is meant to be accepted. Doing our part can be as simple as showing empathy to those around us. I'm asking you to look at how you approach different situations in your everyday life. To listen a little more, to look a little closer, and to care a little further. I got up in this stage to shine a light on the struggle people with mental health issues have been facing. I'm not telling you to do the same, to get up on the stage, share your story, putting you in the spotlight. But I asked you to help those who have walked through a dark tunnel like me, or who might be walking through one right now. We don't have to accept the gift of shame and stigma that those before us have gave us. We can create a world of acceptance and compassion and help others with their struggles. Change and creation isn't one big grand effort by one person. It starts with small acts of effort from each and every one of us. Each interaction we have has the power to change another person. In the words of Paul Shakespeare, as one person, I cannot change the world, but I can change the world of one other person. Imagine how different our world could be if we showed empathy, compassion, and listened to one another. Our world could be that much brighter. I'm not asking you to be a hero to the whole world, but to be a little more heroic each day. Maybe that's helping your sick mom by unloading the groceries from the car, cooking a meal for your dad, or helping your little sister or brother with their homework. To put just a little more thought behind each and every one of your actions. Watch your thoughts, they become your words. Watch your words, they become your actions. This isn't just a warning we tell elementary school kids or something on a poster. This is a prophecy we can fulfill. If we can think compassionately, we can speak it. If we can speak compassionately, we can act on it. Imagine if everyone in this room left with one thought of how to help another person. That's all it takes to change the world. To listen a little more, to look a little closer, and to care a little further. Thank you.